So I just got back from court. And I hate to call it court because it's more of a pretrial conference between both parties involved in the presence of the county magistrate. In this case, there was myself as the defendant, and the plaintiff was represented by their lawyer, and then the county magistrate was there in order to facilitate the entire exchange. It turns out that we will be going to trial. What I mean by that is that I don't think that the lawyer was fully aware of what the situation was. I think that it was perceived to be this traditional, I didn't pay rent, I'm holding out on rent, whatever the case may be, and you can pay it or you can leave, and there's your options. But it wasn't that. The lawyer wasn't informed that there was money orders that was dropped off before. The lawyer was not informed that I had photo and video of me dropping off those money orders, and the receipts for the money orders, and having the receipt for why I purchased the money orders, and email conversation between myself and the representative at the company. So what I think happened is that after your account shows delinquent by so many days, or whatever the issue is, if the payment's not reflected within so many days, that there's an automatic flag put on the account, and then someone else at the company can then go ahead and request that the lawyer files for eviction, or I don't even necessarily know how that whole process works. All I know is that there was blatant miscommunication between their party, and so we have to go to trial. Because what would have happened, or at least what I would ideally have liked to happen, was that there is some type of acknowledgement that payment was attempted or made, and that they would either have some type of payment arrangement or balance given to the county magistrate, that then we can have some type of agreement and then we can move on from there. But no, that's not what happened. So then I was informed that my options were to pay and stay. Like, if I can pay back the entire balance in full, then I can stay, which has to be arranged. And if that were to happen, then I would then have 30 days from today to make that payment in full. So it'd be like by March 5th or whatever. Or I can vacate, which then gives me 10 days from today. So around March 15th or so, to then leave the premises and return the keys. I obviously did not opt for either of those options because I already paid. And so, without giving up too much information, because there will be an ongoing trial here and I don't necessarily want to disclose too much, they have everything that they need. They have copies of the police report that's been copied and notarized. They have copies of the receipts for the money orders, photos of the money orders, as well as hard copies back from Western Union of the money orders. They also what else was it that they have? Oh, they also have the photos of what I dropped off, and then it gave me a link that I can use, a government link that I can use, that will allow me to upload the video evidence that I also have as well of me paying them. And then they also have copies of the email that went back and forth between myself and the property manager. And I think I also have some text, but I didn't bring text. But I have some texts and calls, and I was trying to make sure after everything had occurred to me, I tried to make an effort to begin to record our conversations, but that didn't work out very well. So I don't have those. I do have where she indicated to me that, hey, since this is not on you, this is on us, we lost the money orders, we're not going to pay you're not going to pay the recovery fee, we're going to pay the recovery fee. I have that was submitted to them. And I think that the lawyer was just completely taken off guard in that case. So it did make things a lot better for me. And so there may be some type of resolution before even court. I have no idea. I can't say for certain. But if we go to trial, I will have to present my evidence. They will present their evidence, which their evidence is nothing but an account ledger, a digital account ledger. My evidence is, yeah, while you may have an account ledger, it doesn't account for the money that I already paid, that they're not counting towards the balance. So basically, he said, she said, and then it'll be up to a judge to determine if my evidence is sufficient enough to show that I paid, and it'll be up to, and I think that at that point, the property manager that I actually dealt with would have to be there, and she would have to give her version of events. And there may be some off the wall testimony about how I never showed up and I never paid anything. And that'll be really funny because I have evidence to show otherwise. So it's been a lot. I had to leave work. Court was around 11 o'clock this morning. I had to leave work, run over to the courthouse and get that all taken care of, meet with the county magistrate. Then before I go and return to work shortly, I'm going to have to change back into my work clothes. I'm still work ready from like the waist down, which is crazy. The waist down, I'm still wearing work boots. I don't think it's a bad look because I'm just a guy trying to make sure I work to pay things. That's not really a bad look. I didn't want to be completely disrespectful, so I did put on a shirt with buttons. You see? And try not to, come in there with one of my blue crazy work shirts that have, glue and paint and all types of stuff on it. I didn't want to look completely sloppy, but there you have it. That's an update for you guys. Um, this is not necessarily something I want my channel to be about. Like, I'd rather talk to you guys about, your mindset and understanding, how there's forces in the world that act against you and budgeting and making it in such a cold, dark world that doesn't care about you. I'd rather talk about those things. But here, you guys want an update? I gave you an update. There will soon be another video coming. I want to get it out maybe tomorrow, maybe the day after, about what's currently happening with me in DoorDash. That's been just a lot of work, and it's just going to be a lot of editing. So hopefully you guys bear with me. I really appreciate every single one of you. This is not going to be one of those videos that I don't think is going to get mass views, and that's fine. It's only for the closest of subscribers that actually care. And for those guys, I do appreciate you. I just want to make sure you guys were aware of what's happening. I got to get back to work. And then after work, I'll edit some videos, this video included, and DoorDash. And then I have to DoorDash first. I'll DoorDash, edit some videos, upload this so you guys have the latest information on what's happening. I appreciate you guys so much. If you have any questions about what's currently happening with it, I may be limited on what I can say, but I'll try my very best to answer the comments. If you guys like the video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. It does help me out a ton. I mean, it's not really that type of video, so it's not really that important, I guess. But yeah, this is part 2 or 3. I don't even know anymore, on a series that's been ongoing. It looks like I have a court date. I have a court date that's set for, currently set at March 10th. So, yeah, March 10th. I guess we'll see what happens then. I have everything that I need. I don't believe I need any witnesses or anything. I don't think it's going to be that deep. But if there's anything else that they need from me, they'll be in contact for discovery and everything else to make sure that they completely understand the full picture. And I'm ready to give it to them. I don't think that I should be punished for paying in the manner that I paid. I can see where I could have done better now. Obviously, like, let's not use money orders. Cashier's checks are better. If you are going to use money order, you got to use specific types of pens. I get all that. I understand that. But it's not fair because I was told to pay, and I was told it was okay for me to pay the way I did, and I did exactly what I was told to do. And now I'm being punished for it. I don't think that I will lose this. I don't think, because I did everything I was supposed to do. Worst comes to worst, they will still say that I didn't pay, and I have a plan for that. I have a contingency for that. I've been door dashing. I'm going to save even more money, and if it does come down to it, I'm prepared to make a payment in full. If they probably won't accept it, but I'll be better for it anyway. Either they'll accept the payment then after court if I lose, or I'll be in a better place to keep the money if I lose. It doesn't matter. Whichever way it goes, having more money readily available, saved up, is going to be the best course of action. Because if I lose and they don't accept the payment, well, then I'll have my deposit and everything ready for me to move into the next place. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Oh, what am I trying to say here? I get to retain net usership. I get to retain my rentership of the property currently until at least March 10th. And then after then, they're going to probably issue a vacate notice, and then they'll probably give like 5 days or something. I don't know. But it doesn't matter because until then, I still have the property. So it gives me about a month. So if, as long as I'm diligent with my money, if I'm saving up properly, working more, whatever it is I got to do in order to get the money, we'll be golden. So I'm not really worried too much about it. The situation sucks, especially if I have to pay twice. The situation sucks because it's not fair. But what else is new in this world, right? Like, things aren't fair. Life's not fair. Justice doesn't always prevail. So it is what it is. I could just suck it up and stay, which I'm not going to stay completely. I'm just going to stay until my lease is over. I don't trust these people anymore. I mean, I don't think any of us would. Like, I don't know if you would. I know I don't. I don't trust these people anymore. So the moment my lease is up, I'm out anyway. But there's no such thing as fairness, really. It's a facade that we made up in order to make ourselves feel better. So it's not about fairness anymore. It is about what's right. There's right and wrong, clearly, and this is wrong, but bad things happen to good people all the time. And I'm not saying that I'm a great person. I'm just saying bad things can happen to anyone. You just got to be prepared for it. And it's a bad thing to happen. I take full responsibility for that. I could have done better. Somewhere along the line, I messed up, and I could have done better. It doesn't matter. I know if I lose the place, that's fine. I'll just find another place. If I get to stay in a place, that's fine. I'll eventually have to leave anyway. It's not my forever home. It's not a place that I want to stay long term, even though it ended up being 7 years. It's not a place that I really want to stay much longer anyway. It just sucks because it's one of the few places in the area that's still relatively affordable. Everything else, even for smaller places, one bed, one bath, is well up over $900 now. I guess I kind of got lucky by like the area I'm in and them working with me in terms of the cost. So I managed to suppress the cost for a long time. And here's where the real kicker is. And for those who are still listening at this point, the real kicker was I had so many people in the comments saying like, "Oh my God, your rent's so cheap." You have no idea how cheap it was. It used to be $490 for the whole thing. The whole thing, when I first moved here in 2018, was $490. It was so affordable. So affordable. And now it's $730. So while you guys say, yeah, 730 is nothing, yeah, but it went up significantly from where it was, just a few years back. And it is one of the cheaper examples of what's available in this area. I can move to the hood and it'll be maybe just as much as what I'm paying. But I still haven't found anything like that. Everything has been roughly around $700 to $750 for smaller than what I have right now. One bed, one bath, 450, 500 square feet for like 750 is the cheapest I've found. Um, if I want anything comparable to what I currently have, it's going to cost me about 900, maybe a bit 1,000, which is, given the state that I'm in, is crazy that anyone would ever pay anything like that to live here. I'm going to end the video here because I don't want to rant and I know that that hurts my retention. So I appreciate you guys so much for tuning in. For those who are new here, I apologize if this is your first video. It's an update video for the current situation that's been happening. Maybe check out something else that I've done. I appreciate every single one of you, especially my supporters who always come back to hear from me, even though I say the most random things. Thank you guys so much for your recent support. It's been awesome. And if you want to see more of me, subscribe because I have a lot more to say. It's not just about my current situation. I should not be defined entirely by just the current situation I'm going through. I think I have a lot more to say that may be useful to you. So if you like it, subscribe. I appreciate every single one of you. Share the video. If you don't, it's fine. I'll talk to you guys later. Take care of yourself and take care of each other.